Hello everyone. Welcome on back to my channel and to another Plan With Me video. This week we are planning out what was the week of January 24th through to the 30th, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. Yes, in my head I did the maths and I was like, that's only 6 days, but no, we did the 24th, or we're doing the 24th to the 30th, and we are using a beautiful kit from mirimibelle. It is a kit that I've had, again, I feel like I say this every video now because I am being so conscious of trying to use the kits that I have. You know, even though I might be buying some new kits here and there now and I'm back to sort of shopping, I guess you could say, I am still trying to be conscious of the fact that I have a lot of old kits. And I'm trying to preference those old kits over the newer kits, if that makes sense. So this particular kit, I think I actually bought back in like 2018, but no, 2018, with the idea that I was going to use it to plan out the week of our 1 year wedding anniversary, because we did go to Fiji for our 1 year wedding anniversary. And I thought that this would have been the perfect kind of like pool relaxation vibe. And then I ended up buying another kit and I ended up preferencing that, even though I haven't filmed that Plan With Me video yet. That's a whole other story. We're not going to start. But I ended up replacing it. And then again, as I've said to you guys before, when summer comes around, I have very, very limited spots to use, or very limited spots to use up summer type kits, and it just kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. And then this year it almost got pushed back again, because this particular week is the week of Australia Day. I don't support it or anything like that. I don't necessarily celebrate it either, but I do get the day off work, so I do have a spot to mark that, just simply because I get a day off work essentially. And I did originally have a kit from Planet Goddess Studio lined up for this week that had a bunch of our like native wildlife, but I had purchased that kit, I think the back end of last year. So I figured, again, with what I've just mentioned, that it would be better to use the kit that I've had in my stash since 2018, as opposed to using the kit that I have had in my stash for 5 minutes. So that is what I did. The kit it's funny because when I was trying to use this kit, I found it a little bit difficult, because when I bought this kit, I bought it in an essentials format, and the essentials format I think is 4 pages. So I think I literally had I had either 4 to 8 half boxes. I think there was 4 like fancy labels, I think they're called. I always forget. And then I think there was like 2 appointment labels and like 4 like quarter boxes, or rounded off quarter boxes. So when I looked at it and realized that this is what I was going to use for this week, I kind of panicked a little bit, because I am so used to using so many boxes. And I sort of thought to myself, why in the world did I buy an essentials kit that had absolutely 0 functional boxes? Well, not absolutely 0, but not enough to what I would usually want or reach for. So that was really interesting. I did have to bring out some functional items. So I do bring in some boxes from Celebo Sticker Co. And I think I bring in some boxes from Sticker Thief. And I end up somehow being able to make it work. Also, before I jump into like the nitty gritty of the spread or the plans for the week, I do want to preface 2 things. Firstly, it is very, very stormy here. It has been grumbling on and off. We've had hail, we've had heavy rain, we've had strong winds. So if you do hear any of that in the background, I do apologize. I have sat waiting for an hour and a half, hoping that the storm would die down enough that I could do the voiceover. But it hasn't, and it's kind of gotten to a point where I'm like, I really want to get these voiceovers done so I can get these videos up, because I have so many videos that I want to film over the coming weeks. And if I don't free up some room on my phone, for one, and I don't get this content up, I'm just going to have videos here, there, and everywhere. So I do apologize if you hear anything in the background, but I just wanted to let you know what that was. And secondly, I forget what my secondly point was. I don't know. I said that I had 2 points, and now I've forgotten 2 points. I don't know. Anyway, if I remember, I'll tell you. If not, we just had one thing. So I did have to improvise a little bit with this kit. I tried to be a little bit creative. I tried to be a little bit fun. Whilst the colorway is beautiful, it gives off those beautiful summer vibes. It also gives me like Moroccan type vibes because of those like tile patterns there on the full box that you'll see on Thursday. But I didn't have date headers either. So not only was I short on the boxes, I didn't have date headers. So it was definitely a very interesting week. And then just before I forget or I don't mention it, you will see at the moment that I'm putting down some foil. So I decided to be bold. I took a leaf out of Shan Plans and Emma K Plans books or planners. And I decided to be bold this week. And instead of I was originally going to pair this with a silver foil. And instead of doing that, I did have this beautiful blue hollow foil bundle from Scribble Prints Co. that I purchased a little while back, and I had to decide, and I was kind of in my head, I was like, when the heck am I ever going to use a blue holographic foil? Ta-da! I found when I was going to use it, and I used it for this spread, and I think it turned out beautifully. Like, I'm so happy. When I looked at the blue next to the stickers when I was sitting down to film, I was a little bit nervous. I thought that maybe the blue wasn't the right tone of blue, or that the hollow might give off vibes that don't really go with the kit. And I ummed and ahed, and I thought that I might regret my choice. But now that it's all laid down, I actually love it. Like, it's probably one of my favorite spreads so far. Not that I've done many, but one of my favorites. The only thing I'm still not sure about is down the bottom there where there's that like mosaic tile. Because I opted to bring in some Simply Gilded washi to separate it, because the bottom washi was like one thick strip. Because I decided to bring in some of the Simply Gilded washi to change it up and I guess give like a solid line of color there. I probably should have switched them, and I should have put the mosaic tile at the top and the Simply Gilded washi at the bottom, because I think that the pattern on the bottom washi compared with the bow headers or the bow overlay is maybe a little bit too busy, and they kind of detract from each other to a point that it kind of really doesn't look like anything. But it is what it is. It's done now. And the blue turned out really well. So I'm really happy with that. You would have also seen me try to get a little bit creative there with my top left-hand corner. Again, as much as I love Anna's flags, Anna being Anna of Planner Face, and her scripts, I really want to be more creative. I've really made a mission, not a mission, maybe a goal is a better word, that for this year I want to try and be a bit more creative. I want to take more time with my spreads. I want to, keep up to date so that I'm not falling behind, so that I can take a bit more time with my week-to-week spreads and really play around with my stickers and just have fun, because that's why I started planning in the first place. Not just to like scrapbook my memories, so to speak, but to have a creative outlet. And this is how I get creative, with beautiful stickers. And I find sometimes I get myself so stressed and worked up and fall so behind that I spend so much time concentrating on just trying to catch up that I'm just laying stickers down, and I'm not really taking time to appreciate it. I'm not really taking the time to be creative. So of late, I've really been trying to take the time to actually be creative, be decorative, and try some new things. So you will see that for all of the videos that I've posted so far on my channel, each of the top left-hand corner, like the decorative area where I put my like month script, it's all been very different. So in this particular one, you'll see that I've used some deco pieces from the kit, and then I've used what I think is called a paint splodge from Anna of Planner Face. So I replaced Planner Face with Planner Face. So that kind of shows how much I love her. But I really, really think it turned out so well. I just like my layering. I think it perfectly filled that top left-hand corner, and I just really, really love it. You won't see it on camera because I didn't bring the scripts to the party, but I do also use, because I had to improvise, you'll see in the headers there that I've used, they are from Stella Bow Sticker Co, and they have a silver foil overlay. And then you'll see I do bring in a couple of just regular holographic silver scripts, And that is what I do in the top left hand there. So after the fact, I do go back in and put in my January script in hollow silver. One day eventually, when I can figure out how to take pretty photos for Instagram, you will see that. But otherwise, just let me assure you that it looks really great. I really love the quote box for this spread. So it says create your own sunshine, and I've very much been in a headspace where I'm trying to do that. I had a bit of a rough week last week. So today is the 21st. That's when I'm sitting down to do this voiceover, and last week was pretty rough. But I've been, I guess, investing in myself, investing in trying to learn some things to better myself and better my life and just make things generally a little bit easier. So I thought that quote was super beneficial, super appropriate, and just really cute. And I think in terms of rambling, I've done enough for now. So I'm going to go ahead and try and jump into the plans and catch up a little bit. But if I don't, or if I do skim through anything, or I miss anything, or you're curious about where something is from and I haven't mentioned it, or I've skipped over it, drop it in the comments below and I will definitely get back to you as soon as I can. But as per usual, my sidebar for this week is very standard. So as we saw, we've got the top deco in the corner. We have one full box, and we have my this week where I track my socials. So I track my YouTube and my Instagram follows, and I've marked both of these this week with my sticker thief icons. I then noted in this week that I was reading Midnight Sun. I want to make a habit of kind of trying to record what I'm watching or what I'm reading at any one time throughout this year, just so I can reflect back on something else and just see where I was at or where my headspace was at through that particular time period. So I've marked that in with a foiled sticker from SPC, which was part of the bundle. And then because, again, this was an essentials format, I didn't have an extra full box that I would usually put in the bottom left-hand corner. So instead, I opted to track little things, or like happy memories, I guess you could say. And I've just put in a Monday through Sunday tracker from the kit to mark that. Jumping into Monday, the first thing that I marked, as always, was Coffee Monday, and I've marked that in with a hollow script from Sticky Committee and a coffee mug from Sticker Thief. I then marked work with a little mini laptop sticker from Stellabo and a work script from Plannerface. This particular morning, we did have the plumber come out. We discovered, I don't know if I've mentioned it in a previous plan with me, but we did find a roof leak in our kitchen, and where the leak was is underneath our bathtub on our second floor, which is also our secondary shower, toilet, etc. And we noticed some mold, so we got a plumber out to have a look, and he had to drill a hole in the roof, and it was very expensive and very annoying, and we still have a hole in the roof, but the leak is fixed. But this was the day that the plumber came out to actually take a look at it. So I've marked that in with a little clock from the Wiggle. I then marked in that I got a collaboration email request from Woody. So I do already have a discount code with Woody, and I have already got a collaboration with them as part of my streaming career, if you could call it that. But they emailed me again about a secondary product to see if I would be interested. So I've marked that in with a laptop sticker from Stellabo with a little bow icon from the Wiggle. And then the last thing that I marked on Monday was that I hung out on Twitch and had some coffee. And I've just marked that with a little coffee cup from the Wiggle. On Tuesday, the first thing I've marked is work. I then did a post office run after work. So I've marked that in with a script from Plannerface and a foiled icon from the Wiggle. I then used another icon from the Wiggle to mark that my Sticky Essentials order finally arrived. I literally ordered it back in August of last year, and then there was all these issues with USPS and not being able to ship to Australia, and many conversations with Sticky Essentials. And finally we were able to ship it through DHL. It was very expensive, but it finally arrived in January after ordering in August, so I was very happy about that. I then marked in that I had a bit of a YouTube binge, and I've just used a flag, a bit of deco from the kit, and a little laptop icon from the Wiggle to mark that. And then because we did have the Wednesday off for Australia Day, like I mentioned earlier, hubby and I did watch a movie this night. So we watched a movie called Long Shot, and I've marked that in with a popcorn icon sticker from Stellabo. And then I did also mark in that I had some snuggles with my dog this night, and I've just marked that with a TV icon because while I snuggled him, I watched the TV. And then I did upload a video this night as well, so I've marked that in with a flat lay and script from Stella Bow. Wednesday, the first thing that I marked in was Australia Day. I don't have a script for it, and I'm not sure if I want to handwrite it in, but I did put a little beer mug from the Wiggle there to mark that. We did have a lazy day this day because, again, it was the middle of the week. We had to work the following day and we'd worked the day before. So I just marked a lazy day with a little sticker from Olive Planico. I then marked that I had some coffee with an icon from the Wiggle, and that I ordered or pre-ordered a streaming light. So I've just marked that in with a dollar icon sign from the Wiggle. And then I pretty much finished off the night by pulling some stickers and binging the rest of Dexter New Blood. And the sticker icon is from Stella Bow, and the little couch snuggle icon is from Sticker Thief. No spoilers, but I am not very happy, or I don't enjoy how New Blood ended. Anyway, moving on before I spoil it. Thursday, I've marked work. It was a really tiring day, so I've just marked so dang tired with a Coffee Monsters Co. emoji. And then underneath that, I've used an icon from the Wiggle to mark that I joined in on a sticker webinar just to see sort of how kit designing and making stickers all works. My original ring light that I ordered before my stream light, I ordered on Amazon, and it took 3 weeks to get here, so that finally arrived on this day. So I marked that in with a Once More with Love munchkin, and then I marked doing some voiceovers, hanging out on Twitch, and having a cup of tea. So the icon for the VoiTubes for the voiceover and the Twitch hangs is part of the Wiggle, as you can tell, and then the teacup is from Sticker Thief. I'm going to run out of time here, so I'm going to be really, really quick. I do apologize, but like I said, any questions, let me know. But Friday I worked. I then was really on the struggle bus this day, so I've marked that in with a Coffee Monsters Co. munchkin emoji, sorry. I did some voiceovers and editing after work. I had Mad Mex for dinner. I did some laundry, and then we watched a movie called Cold on Stan with Zac Efron. Very unusual movie. But the icons and the scripts that I just mentioned there are from the Wiggle, and the bottom there is a piece of deco from the kit and a popcorn sticker from Stella Bow. Saturday, I had breakfast with my husband at a local cafe. I've just marked that in with a Sticker Thief character duo and a deco piece from the kit. When we came home, I did take a nap, so I've used a face mask from Stella Bow to mark that. We then went out for dinner to Nando's, where I marked that with an icon from the Wiggle. Nando's is basically a Portuguese chicken, chip, and like various other meals type takeout store or restaurant or chain or whatever you want to call it. I did end up having a silly little argument with my husband this night. Not going to get into it, don't have the time. But I've marked that in with some munchkins from Once More with Love. And then we did watch the new Scream movie that night, and I've marked that in with a marquee from Sticker Thief and a couple icon from Whimsical Cat. And then Sunday, I've marked sleeping in with a script from SPC and a Fox and Cactus Cat. I then marked that my husband made some bagels, or tried to make bagels, and they failed. So I marked that with a Once More with Love munchkin. I then binged Plan With Me videos, was in my feelings, pulled some stickers, ate Thai for dinner, and uploaded a Plan With Me video. I apologize that I rushed through the end, but again, any questions, drop them in the comments below.